Hello and welcome to Weekly MTG. Today we have my favorite show because we're cracking packs. We're doing this. Aetherdrift pre-releases are starting this weekend at your local game store and at WPN stores. That means you can buy stuff. It's all there. So what we do on this show is we open up various types of boosters so that you can have a first-hand experience of what you can expect and pick out what works best for you. And this show we have a little bit of a twist because see we have two different bundles in this set. We have the regular bundle, right? Am I doing this? Yeah, right, regular bundle, and the finish line bundle. So we will look at the differences between those so you can figure out which one of those you might like if you're a bundle buyer. And then, of course, we'll do collector boosters and some play boosters as normal. Before we get to that, we are deep in the season for Aetherdrift content creators. So our amazing content creators out in the community who make super awesome, fun stuff for you. So we have our partners here that you can see on the screen. These are names you certainly know, and if you don't, we highly recommend that you check them out. You can search for them with hashtag MTG Ambassador or hashtag MTG Partner on your social media platform. So these are partners. So we have partners, and then we have on the next screen ambassadors. So all of this is going to be good stuff. All of these folks are going to be creating awesome Aetherdrift content for you that's going to take you through the set and show off awesome stuff. So please be sure to check out their amazing work. All right, now we're going to go into these products. Before we do that, we're going to throw a graphic up on the screen that shows kind of the overlay of the different treatments and where you can get them in different things. So the simplest way to look at it, so you can see there, first place foils, revved up, Rude Riders, Graffiti Giants, all those different sorts of treatments. What you really want to take away from this is first place foils are found in box toppers. The Japan Showcase, the serialized headliners, and extended art are the only treatments that are exclusive to collector boosters. Now, extended art, that's that normal extended art treatment that is always exclusive to collector boosters. Serialized headliners, that's going to be real rare. There are different versions of the Aether Spark. The Aether Spark is the headliner for this set, but to get it serialized, that is only in collector boosters, and then Japan Showcase is pretty special as well, and those are going to be in collector boosters only. But all of the other treatments, both in foil and non-foil, you can see them all there. All right, so we are going to start cracking. We're going to start with collector boosters. We'll do a collector booster box first, and then we will move on to comparing the bundles. All right, so I'm going to open this up. Even though I am terrible at doing this on screen, I always do it. Otherwise, people will say, hey, you stacked that. All right, let's see. It's going to take me a second to get the shrink wrap off. All right, here we go. Now, if you are planning on attending a pre-release this weekend, I would definitely make sure to get in touch with your local game store and pre-register. That is important. All right, so when you open one of these, you're going to have right up top, box topper. So the box topper for Aetherdrift is going to have these first place foils, and there's going to be two of them here. So there's going to be a little perforation. That's handy. So we can open these up. And we did, I'm glad we get to show these off on the show. They do not look good when they are digitally rendered, but they do look really good in real life. So let's get in here. All right, so the first one you're going to get is going to be a basic land. Now you can get either the this, where it looks like you're driving in it, or the panorama. You can get either of those. These ones are going to be more common. And then you're going to get a rare or mythic from the set. You can get things like special guests here. You can get some of the borderless or booster fun treatments as well. Those are going to be pretty rare as well. Here we got a Wastewood Verge. So we will see more of these as we go along because there's some Those are found in the Finish Line bundle as well. That is one of the differences. And we'll also see it, you'll get those box toppers in a Play Booster box as well. So anytime you buy a box of Play or Collector Boosters, you can get some of those. I'll put those up there for now. We'll see how that works out. But you can also get them in the Finish Line bundle. That's one of the big differences between that and a normal bundle. All right, so for those who are familiar with Collector Boosters, this layout of what comes in it is going to be pretty typical for a Collector Booster. So we're going to start out with commons. They're all going to be foils, so you're going to get 4 of these. Keen Buccaneer, Brightfield Mustang, Mutant Surveyor, Broken Wings. Then you're going to get uncommons. There's going to be 3 of those. Got Rocky Roads, Endrider, Spike Spitter. What does that say? We got a Mammoth. All right, and then you're going to get one of the basic lands. Again, it's going to be foil. In the Collector Booster, it's always going to be foil. And then we're going to move into commons and uncommons for the Rude Riders. So you're going to get a common or an uncommon non-foil in the Rude Rider. So again, common or uncommon booster fun. And then you're going to get a foil one. Hull Drifter, that's nice. It's a common, but it's my favorite card in the set. All right, so then we're going to move into the rares and mythics in the set. And you're going to get a foil, rare, or mythic from the main set in a traditional border. And then we're going to hit the commander slot. So Collector Boosters have started doing this. You're going to get some kind of treatment for a commander deck card. So in this case, we got Adaptive Omni Tool. We got it in borderless. We'll see other treatments as we go along. All right, so then we got 3 left. I'm going to move the token over here. So then you start getting into rares and mythics in the in the fancy slot. So these are going to be non-foil. There's going to be 2 of them. They are both going to be rares or mythics. In this case, Thunderous Velocipede. I guess I can start showing this to the camera now that we're getting fancy. And then you're going to get another non-foil rare or mythic. So this is kind of this is really the same slot. I'm going to put them next to each other. But you're going to get some booster fun treatment of rares or mythics in the main set in non-foil. And then you get the foil fancy slot, and that is pretty foil and fancy. We got a Japan Showcase right off the bat. So that is the new version of Mimeoplasm in the Japan Showcase. Looks fantastic. So now for the exact breakdown of how often you're going to get these cards, there is an article on WeeklyMTG. You can just Google it, called Collecting Aetherdrift. If you pull that up, it's going to have all the percentages and what treatments drop at what rates in each slot. This one is going, so this is not a fracture foil. So there are fracture foil versions of these as well. The non-fracture foil appears in this slot 9% of the time, for example. Then there is a fracture foil version that will show up 1% of the time. And in addition, you'll notice that this one is in Japanese. In an English collector booster, 2/3 of the time it's going to be in English, and then 1/3 of the time it's going to be Japanese. So that one is pretty special. All right, so we'll get the cadence down here. So 4 commons or uncommon, or 4 commons. Sorry, 4 commons foil. 2, 3, 4, and then we get 3 uncommons. Reef Roads. These lands are going to be pretty key in limited. Stock Up. And Dredger's Insight. And then, yeah, those are some pretty good uncommons right there. And then we get the basic land here. We'll get a little closer look at that. All right, and then we're going to be common or uncommon non-foil Rude Rider. We get a Guidelight Pathmaker. That one's pretty. And then we're going to get a foil. Again, common or uncommon. Love the art on this one. That one looks good. All right, then we're going to get a foil, regular treatment, rare mythic from the main set. Curse cloth wrappings. And then we're going to get a commander card. So again, we're going to get extended. We will point out when we get a different treatment here. And then the next two cards are the same-ish slot, so they're going to be non-foil rares or mythics in one of the booster fun treatments. So here we get a borderless full art version, Rune Riders. And then here we get an extended version of Mu Yanling. And then foil fancy. All right, cool. So we get a foil Rude Riders with Waxen Shape Thief. Cool. All right, moving on. Continuing on, I should show some of the tokens too. These tokens have great art. So we have the vehicle art. You'll be making some of these vehicles with Crew 1. Pilots, very important to the set. We got some shapeshifters. Got a zombie. This might be my favorite token art in this set. That zombie is ready to rumble. Here's another, this is a 2/2 black zombie. That one was a white zombie, and then here's Pilot again. Okay. All right. Venom Sack Lagak. 2. Grim Bauble. Grim Bauble's going to be a common that sees a lot of play, I think. Lacrian Jaguar. Anyone else remember the old Microprose Jaguar? Just me? I'm old. Someone in chat remembers. All right. Apocalypse Runner. All right, and we get to the basic land, this island. How awkward would it be if you pulled a serialized Aetherdrift? Super awkward. We pulled a serialized Niv-Mizzet from Ravnica Remastered a little over a year ago. It was a little awkward, but it was funny. Radiant Lotus. This card could be busted. Might be. It definitely does something super explosive. And it looks gorgeous in foil. Alright, Cursed Duneyard. Okay, so again, that's a commander card. And then we got Possession Engine. Here in the rare or mythic fancy slot. Caradora, Heart of Alacria. Again, non-foil, rare mythic, and then foil fancy, in this case, is going to get it. Oh, Caradora. Right. That can happen. Doesn't happen often, but it can happen. Just right next to each other. Hey, you like Caradora. There you go. Two options. Why Japanese and not another language? The Japanese market loves their TCGs, and you know what? A lot of players who are in non-Japanese market love Japanese styled cards. They're pretty popular, and so that's why Japanese. People like them. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. People in Japan like them. People not in Japan like them. That's everybody. Everybody likes them. That's, you know. All right, Mountain. All right, Earth Rumbler. Foil Dune Drifter. Pulled by some alligators or crocodiles. Also just a really cool vehicle. Okay. Speed Demon. This card also very cool. Really cool use of starter engines. Etheric Amplifier. So again, commander card. Again, you can see most of the time the commander card is going to be in this non-foil extended art. This is the only place you can get those extended art versions of the commander cards. Draconautics Engineer. Count on Luck. So again, you're seeing some of the different treatments you can get in these two slots. It can be any rare mythic from the main set in non-foil in one of the various treatments. What those are going to be. And then foil fancy slot. Howl Squad Heavy. This is definitely a Goblins. This is a very powerful Goblins card. Canadian Highlander will be Canadian Highlander Goblins decks will be playing that card. If you play Goblins, play that card. Tell them to keep the good demon cards coming. I'll put in a good word. All right. Oh. Angel of Sanctions. So this actually is, you can, as you can see, so these have all been, didn't even notice this the first time we went through. So there are tokens from the main set, DFT, and then also tokens from Commander, so DRC. So that's why you're getting this Vizier of Many Faces and Angel of Sanctions, which are not in the main set, why we're getting tokens for them. So that's an interesting thing to call out. Getting foiled double-sided versions of that. All right, let's go. Commons, Midnight Mangler, Voyager Quick Welder, Wreckage Wickerfolk, Loxodon Surveyor. All right, Alacrian Armory, Wretched Doll, that art disturbs me. Gorin, Soul of Alacria, and then we get Swamp, Basic Land. Okay, Ripclaw Wrangler, Rangers Refueler, Monument to Endurance, Ret Tomb Mystic. Once I get a foil one of those, that's going in my all-foil Azami deck. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but he's a verbose host. Oh, thank you, Producer Sean. Then Wixit. Here's Ovia. And Thopter Fabricator. Treasure token, pilot. All right. Continuing on. I am opening collector boosters right now for those just tuning in. Yeah. Chat got there first, but I might as well confirm. All right. So, 1 Possum Mount. 2, 3, 4. Shark Pirate. A lot of great creature type lines in this set. Voyage Home. So Voyage Home is, it's an affinity card. It draws cards. It's right up my alley. Possibly Canlander playable. Possibly. Boosted Sloop. One of the better card names in the set. And Spot Cycle Scouter. We got District Mascot. That's a good boy right there. And okay, so you can see now here is the face card in non-foil from the Commander dice. Far Fortune End Boss. March of the World Ooze. And foil fancy, we get Explosive Getaway. Very cool card. All right, let's keep going. That was my second Canadian Highlander reference. Then Wixit. This is my third Canadian Highlander reference? Man.
You're on the roll today.
I haven't gotten to play Canlander in a bit, so I'm jonesing. That's what's happening here. For Crash and Burn. I will be bringing Canadian Highlander to MagicCon Chicago. Spell Pierce. Yep, obvious. Canlander playable. But also just a welcome addition to Standard. I know a lot of people commented on it not being in Foundations. That's because it's here. Yes, I will be bringing Canadian Highlander to MagicCon Chicago. Going to be doing the preview panel on Friday, but then I'm going to have quite a bit of time, hopefully, to battle. Burn a Rocket. Does someone in the art department have a thing for corgis? I don't know, maybe. I mean, who doesn't have a thing for corgis? They're adorable. Aetherflux Conduit. Pay 50 energy. That's definitely an achievement unlocked sort of thing. If you do that, man. All right, here's our first Borderless Verge. So this is non-foil. These are very cool, obviously very powerful. And then, all right, Mendicant Core, Guide Light. Very cool. I think, so there is somewhere in Standard lurking a white-blue artifact stack. I think that one's going to be important to that deck. That deck lacks good 2-drops. And this one, the Mendicant Core, not only is a strong 2-drop that can block and do other things, but if you do get its max speed up, then it gives you another late game engine. Although that deck has a lot of late game engines. Can you give us a preview of what you'll be previewing at the preview panel? I'm pretty sure there is a description up on the MagicCon website. Robot Turtle. We'll be previewing there. We'll talk more about it as we get a little bit closer. All right. Cloud Spire Sky Cycle. This set has a lot of good names. The naming team had fun. Apocalypse Runner. All right. Sunbillow Verge. We get another Verge here. Beam and Trailblazer from the Commander set. Doing all the energy things. Basri. Colidon. Triumph Caster. This art is fantastic, especially if you were going to use this as a commander. Love that one. All right. Ooh, an Oil Deep Gear Hulk. I think people are sleeping on it. So this again is the graffiti treatment. So in foil, art's fantastic. It's got that Vendilion Click ability. I really want it to be Canadian Highlander playable. I don't think it is. Don't think it quite is. Do I have a favorite card in the set? It is, where'd it go? Yes. It's Hull Drifter. Mull Drifter is my favorite card of all time, and Hull Drifter is obviously a direct reference. My second favorite, I like drawing cards. What can I say? Because my second favorite card is Voyage Home. Affinity for artifacts to draw 3, gain 3. I'm very interested in building the blue, like rebuilding the blue-white artifact deck. I've been playing it a little bit on Arena, and it's not quite good enough. It's pretty slow to get going and start doing its thing, and it relies really heavily on, and I'm drawing a blank on it, the 3-mana card that makes constructs when you cast artifacts that have that cost 3 or more. Synthesizer? Something synthesizer? Chat will get me. Yeah, Cullidan's going to be a real fun commander. The Mendicant Core. Yeah, this is gorgeous. And, you know, it's a cheap legendary. I didn't even think about building a commander deck around it, but yeah, Mendicant Core. I'd build a commander deck around that. Looks sweet. I already have a white-blue commander deck and some artifact decks. I'm not building another artifact commander deck. I have too many of those. Have too many artifact commander decks to build another one, but I will play that one in standard. Priest of the Crossing. Does this go in my cleric deck? Each creature or X number of creatures that died under your control this turn. It might go in my cleric deck. It is a cleric. It does things when creatures die. That is my cleric deck. Fearless Swashbuckler. Ooh, nice. Gaunty Knight Minister with the Richard Kane Ferguson art. Look, anytime you can get Richard Kane Ferguson art, just do that. Just do that. All right, and we got a Lifecraft Engine in foil for our foil fancy. What time is it? We gotta do some bundle stuff. All right, so we're gonna go through these last 3 packs real quick to get through the collector boosters, and then we're gonna do 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Forest. The road really pops on that one. It's real cool. All right, Burner Rocket, Midnight Mangler, Draconautics Engineer. Zombie Bird Cleric is a hell of a type line. Agreed. Prophet of the Scarab. Zombie Wizard. Voyager Glide Car. Cool, cheap vehicle. All right. Then we got Zahur, Glory's Past. And then foil fancy, we've got, nice, a Willow Rush Verge. And Verges are very powerful, and we'll see a bunch of play. The flagship in Greasefang, yeah, that's a very strong card. You can even do, yeah, it makes an obvious home in Greasefang, but there is also a card in this set that is a new take on Refurbish. So you can cycle the flagship on turn 3, and then I forget what the new Refurbish's name is. But 4 mana, bring back an artifact from your graveyard. If that artifact is a vehicle, it becomes a creature permanently. And you can do that in standard. So getting a 7/7, first strike lifelink out on turn 4 is a thing you can do in standard, and you only need 2 cards to do it. Wrangler. Bulwark Ox Mount. Okay, and see now here, I think this is our first foil. So you can get in this commander slot, as you can see, it's not super common, but you can get foil versions of these cards. So they do exist. And then River Churn Monument. Good luck to everyone trying to mill everyone out. Wag Feast. And, oh. As I always say, if you can get Richard Kane Ferguson art, do it. If you can get it in foil, also do it. Yeah, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. All right. All right, 1, 2. All right, last of these. Then we're going to move on to the bundles. Earth Rundler. Demonic Junker, more affinity for artifacts. Territorial Aetherkite. Red Shift, Rocketeer Chief. Explosive Getaway. Kind of interested in Explosive Getaway, but we'll see. And Explosive Getaway. Well, I summoned it. I said I'm kind of interested in Explosive Getaway, and I got it. All right, cool. Let us look at the two bundles and compare. This probably is the best part of my job. This show, generally speaking, is the best part of my job because I get to talk with you all, hang out, talk about Magic, reveal new things. It's pretty great. Okay, two bundles. We'll open the normal bundle first, and then we will open the Finish Line bundle. As we go through this and compare, keep in mind, so the MSRP for the bundle is $53.99 USD, and the MSRP for the Finish Line bundle is $79.99. So that's something to keep in mind as you're thinking about which you would prefer. All right, so let's start with the regular bundle. So normal bundle is going to be a lot like what you would expect with any given sets bundle. You can see what's in the box on the back. 20 traditional foil and regular basic lands, oversized spin down, life down counter, 9 14-card Aetherdrift play boosters, 1 traditional foil alt art lumbering world wagon, and the card box. All right, you get this cool insert that shows all of the different racing teams, examples of it. It's pretty sweet. The box, these are some of the best boxes for storing cards. They're great. I use plenty from years past. All right. Oversized spin down. There we go. All right. And then you've got this punch out thing. So +1/+1 counters. You got some for some teams. You've got these things that show, like, are they exhausted? Do they have death touch counters? So those are on there. It's going to be better like that. Then you get... So these are going to be the packs that contain the basic lands and that foil alternate art card. Here are the play boosters. So that is essentially this bundle. We'll open this one up. So here's the promo, the Lumbering World Wagon. This card has a lot of potential, actually. Being a 3-mana ramp spell that could ramp every turn. Pretty interesting. All right. So then you'll get all these foils. You'll get the starting ones. You'll get the regular set lands in foil. And then you get another pack here. So where you'll get non-foils. Same setup, but non-foil. And then you'll get reference cards. All right, so that is essentially, we'll include the box in here because the box is great and you should store things in it. So that is essentially what you will get in a typical bundle. We'll probably use these to open up play boosters later, but then you can store it all in here and it's great. All right, so now let's compare what you get in a Finish Line bundle. Move all these things back here so we can see. So Finish Line bundle, again, it says it on the top. So the biggest difference is you're going to get 2 collector boosters in the Finish Line bundle, 6 play boosters, 1 first place box topper pack, an oversized Finish Line bundle spin down life counter. So it's a different spin down life counter. You're going to get 3 extended art cards, and then of course the special thing. And basic lands and some stickers. So let's pull this out. So again, you're going to get this really cool box. So again, different design. This is the design of the regular one. This is the design of the Finish Line one. Is shiny. Okay, we open this up. You're going to need a similar punch-out slider. +1/+1s, different art though. Got a Gear Hulk. Got some of those. So that's pretty similar. And then all the little extras. So you're going to get some stickers. This is cool. This is fun. It's a nice little include. Pull these out real quick. All right. So you get one for each color on the stickers. Those come in that little plastic bag. All right. Here is the Finish Line spin down. Get a little closer on that. Checkered flags as far as the eye can see. All right, so special things, box topper. We're going to get some promo cards. We're going to get some collector boosters. And we're going to get some play boosters. So those are that. So differences, of course. So they both come with a box, different art. They both come with the sleeve, different art. They both come with a spin down, but they are different spin downs. They both come with play boosters, but slightly different number. Collector boosters only come in the Finish Line bundle. The box topper pack only comes in the Finish Line bundle. And then the 3 promo cards, we'll open those up as well, only come in the Finish Line bundle. So you get an Amonkhet Raceway, an Avishkar Raceway, and a Muruganda Raceway. You get the 3 raceways for the planes where the race took place, all right in there. Additionally, you get 1 each of the Finish Line Gold foil basic lands. And you get one of these boxes. Let's open the box topper. I will open the box topper. Which box is this? This is the Finish Line bundle. So there are 2 bundles for this set. One is the normal bundle. It's going to be pretty similar to other sets' bundles. This one is the Finish Line bundle. So the difference is the regular bundle is MSRP of $53.99. The Finish Line bundle is $79.99. All right, so Forest, and then Regal Imperiosaur. Boy, have we come a long way since Trained Armadon. Okay, some more of those Finish Line foils. And then, yeah, collector boosters are going to be typical collector boosters. It's your normal collector boosters. Play boosters are going to be normal play boosters. So that is the difference. You're going to get a different set of lands. So you'll get fewer lands, but they will all be foil. You'll get some of the gold foil ones. Yeah, the gold lands are nice. So you'll get 1 of each in the Finish Line bundle, and then again you'll get 1 each of the 3 different raceways for the planes that the race took place on: Muruganda, Avishkar, and Amonkhet. All right. So that's the difference. When you head into your store, you'll know a little bit more about what to look for. All right, and now that we have some play boosters out, let's open those. So these again are going to, even though I'm opening them from the bundle, they're the same as the play boosters you find in the play booster box, and we'll talk about that. Yeah, the Finish Line, again, the Finish Line foils look great in person. The digital versions we had of them did not do them justice. They just looked yellow. But in person, they look great. Yeah. All right, so let's open some play boosters, and we can do a little pack one, pick one here. All right, so got an art card. We're not drafting that. All right, full basic land. Gastral Blockbuster. Let's see how much. We're going to move these so that we can just see. All right. See everything. All right, Unstoppable Plans are rare. Hull Drifter. How could we take anything other than Hull Drifter? All right, we'll keep looking. just in case. Guidelight Pathmaker. So notice that this is a Booster Fun version of Hull Drifter. We got some uncommons. Got Skybox Fairy, Pothole Mole, Engine Rat, sure we're standing here, Keen Buccaneer, Voyager Quick Welder, Pedal to the Metal, and Nimble Thopterist. I actually legit think the correct pick here is Hull Drifter. Hull Drifter, you will play it in any blue deck. It has all the vehicle artifact synergies. It's right there. So the rare, in this case, Unstoppable Plan, I don't think is a limited card. That seems more like a constructed card. There's Guidelight Pathmaker is super powerful. So like if I took Hull Drifter, I would be really happy to get back Nimble Thopterist, Guidelight Pathmaker, Voyager Quick Welder. I think anything else is probably not going to happen. I mean, honestly, like this is probably not going to be here. These are probably not going to be here. But if one of them were, that would be great. Yeah, so I would take Hull Drifter. Guidelight Pathmaker is very powerful, but it's 2 colors, and it's unclear if it's even necessarily better than Hull Drifter. It is once you're able to cast it, but it's the once you're able to cast it. I'll take Hull Drifter. All right. The rare was Unstoppable Plan. That was the rare. It's not a rare meant for limited. All right, let's check it out. We're gonna start with no, you know what? We did it that way first. Let's continue this way. All right, token, basic land, foil is run over. All right, so this is a good example. So you can, in the rare or mythic slot, still get booster fun version. So Redshift Rocketeer Chief, you see the borderless version is a powerful card. Regular rare mythic. Chick Emerald Radiant. All right, we got Pride of the Road, Defend the Rider, Reckless Velocitar, Starting Column, Broken Wings, Chitin Gravestalker, Lacrian Jaguar, Broadcast Rambler, Lightning Strike, and Spectral Interference. All right. So both of the rares are 2 colors, which does commit us quite a bit. So I don't think, like, Redshift is good. You're almost never going to use that exhaust ability. The Achik Emerald Radiant is going to be very strong. Especially so, the nice part about this card in Limited is that your other black and green creatures are often going to be insects, and so even if you're not able to create many creatures off the enters the battlefield ability, you still can get that second one. It's probably Achin, but I would not fault anyone for just taking a Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike beats Achik, and yeah, I might even just take Lightning Strike here. It's a tough pill to swallow with a couple sweet rares in here, but Lightning Strike always works. It's a single color. I would certainly take Lightning Strike over Redshift. I would definitely do that. I don't think Achik is enough of a bomb to take it over Lightning Strike. I would probably take Lightning Strike there. But we'll see. We'll see what the format ends up playing out. Yeah, the exhaust says 10 red-green. Now, he gets to contribute to that with at least 2 mana, and if his power's bigger, it's more. But it's probably more of a commander card. All right. Glitch, Ghosts. Oh wait, I'm gonna continue going the way I was going, even though it's backwards. All right, land. We get a Bloodfell's Cave, Walking Sarcophagus, Wastewood Verge, Boom Mobile, Cloudspire Cycle, Carrion Cruiser, Wild Roads, Ticket Tortoise, Packadil Terror. All right, Migrating Ketrodon, Streaking Oil Gorger, Rides End, Crash and Burn, Glitch Ghost Survivor. All right, I think and again, 2 rares. A lot of these packs are going to have multiple rares in them, depending on the treatment. Let's see. What card would you last pick? Tired of what I would first pick because everyone tries to copium bad cards. All right. Well, first pick, I would pick the Boom Mobile. So the Boom Mobile is going to do some really cool, fun things, and that exhaust ability is really strong. So I would pick Boom Mobile. It's a single color. It's a rare. After that, I would probably look at, like, Ride's End is sort of your typical white removal, common removal spell. Carrion Cruiser is pretty good. I think my second pick, it could even be Packadil Terror. We could even see migrating Ketrodon being a reasonable early pick. It's got cycling. It gains life when it comes into play. It's huge. So I'm gonna second pick. This Glitch Ghost Survivor might be. I don't know. I've talked myself into about 3 or 4 different cards as a second pick. I think Cloudspire Sky Cycle is strong, certainly. The 2 colors this early on a pick scares me away a little bit. All right. I think we are going to finish with some collector boosters, because why not? We got 13 minutes. If there's anything that anyone has seen that they'd like to re-see for any reason, please let me know, and we'll take a look. Otherwise, let's end on some collector boosters. All right. We go Common, Night Market, Cycling Lands, always great. 4, 1, 2, 3, Reckless Velocitar. All right. Fantastic Swamp Art. Thundering Brood Wagon. Yeah, you know what? If you want to take a Verge for your commander deck, you do you. Caradora. Alright, Priest of the Crossing. Cleric for the Cleric deck. Then Wixit. Now that I know how to pronounce that. There's Achik again. That's in the Booster Fun version. And Foil Fancy. Thunderous Velocipede. And see, here's another commander token. So you see, you're going to get some commander tokens in here as well. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 commons. 1, 2, 3 uncommons. 1 land. Spire Mech Cycle. Marshall's Path Cruiser. We got a Gas Guzzler. Another Temet. We're hitting all the Temets. Thopter Fabricator. Make all the Thopters. I do enjoy that card can make its own repurposing bay. You know, it's kind of a slow value card, but it is one of those cards that I wonder if, you know, if the blue-white artifact deck in Standard is a real thing, which maybe it is, maybe it's not. If it's sort of this value thing, or anyway, let's all get distracted by the Japan Showcase Spectacular Pileup. So here you can see this one is in English, non-fracture foil. Yeah, and it really pops. That is gorgeous. All right. I want to see a serialized open on this stream one day. We did do it once. Ravnica Remastered. We opened a serialized Niv-Mizzet. But that's the one time. Is the border on the golden foils bigger than regular? No, it's not bigger than regular that I can tell. I'm not a designer, so maybe there's a minuscule difference, but not that I'm aware of. Do non-English ones come in English packs? Yes, so that was one we saw when I opened earlier. You can get Japanese versions of the Japanese 10 in collector boosters. If you get a Japanese 10 card, 1/3 of the time in a non-Japanese one, you will get a Japanese language card. I think that made sense. If you open Japanese collector boosters, if you open one of the Japan 10 cards, you will always get a Japanese one. All right, so here's some more of the first place foils. We got a mountain. We've got a winter cursed rider. All right, put those up there. So yeah, if you get one of the Japan 10 cards, most of the time, if you're opening a non-Japanese collector booster, it's going to be in English, 2/3 of the time. 1/3 of the time, it will be a Japanese language one. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we get. I do get to keep the cards, but I tend to give out most of them to coworkers. This is a fantastic art. Okay card, fantastic card. Foil Repurposing Bay. I mean, certainly this is a commander card, and it's birthing pod for artifacts. But could it be standard? Maybe. We're apparently only capable of opening Willow Rush Verges. I guess we did open a Black Green Verge. Gwang Piece and fancy foil. Possession Engine. All right, how much time? 10:53. All right. Are the first place borders only available in the box topper packs and bundles? Yes, so they are only available in the box topper packs, those 2 card packs, and you can get one of those 2 card packs in the Finish Line bundle. They also come in play booster boxes and collector booster boxes. We are almost out of time, so if you do have any questions, definitely check out the Collecting Aetherdrift article that's on Daily MTG. That is going to be your best bet for all of the details, but I'm also happy to answer questions here. While we are pulling these up, I'm probably going to get distracted, so I'm seeing questions about when are we going to see future things. So again, to recap what is coming up, I talked about this last week, but so next week's Weekly MTG, Gavin Verhey is going to be joining us. And we are going to talk about Commander. So we have some updates. We said back before the holidays, we said we'd be coming back with River Pyre Verge. We said we were going to be coming back with some updates on what the Commander format panel has been working on. And we have those updates. Those will be coming next week. Gavin will be joining us to talk through all of that. So that is February 11th, next week. February 18th is going to be the first look at Final Fantasy. Then we are going to head right into MagicCon Chicago. We'll have the preview panel on that Friday. Here is a very pretty Hazoret Godseeker. So the preview panel, for the person asking about some new info on Tarkir Dragonstorm, I would pay attention to the preview panel happening. For those who aren't aware, the preview panel happens live on site at MagicCon. We'll be covering it live on social. But we also put the video up later that afternoon. All right. Yes, MagicCon Chicago for more info on Tarkir Dragonstorm. Has a serialized card ever been opened during one of these streams? Once. Ravnica Remastered. Here is the OG art for Hull Drifter. Might actually prefer that art. I do love it. Yeah, opened a Niv Mizzet once. The timing was amazing too on that stream because someone was literally asking, hey, are there serialized cards in this set? And I had started explaining it, and then I opened the pack, and it was just like, yep, here you go. Serialized Niv Mizzet. Guidelight Pathmaker. All right, Ketramos, the New Dawn. So to be clear, the BNR discussion next week includes no banned or unbanned cards. No bannings or unbannings next week, just to be very, very clear. Speed Demon. All right, this is going to be the final foil fancy, and then, all right, we're going to end it on one I can't pronounce. Vinwixit, Verbose Host. All right, so that is a look at what you can expect when you head into your local game store this weekend for pre-releases. Of course, I didn't open a pre-release pack. We haven't been doing that, but maybe we will. Anyway, check with your local game store. Make sure that you get registered ahead of time for your pre-releases to make sure you get a spot. And then when you head in, keep in mind, you can buy any of these things from your WPN game store and pick them up and take them home immediately. And I hope you got a look at what's what so you can figure out what's best for you to open. The Finish Line bundle is really cool and has a bunch of cool extra stuff in it. And the normal bundle, also cool stuff because it's got magic cards in it. Next week, we'll be back with Gavin Verhey. We're going to talk Commander and all of that stuff. There will be no bans, no unbans, but we're going to talk about the future of Commander and what the Commander format panel has been cooking with. February 18th is going to be our first look at Final Fantasy, and then we are going to go into MagicCon Chicago that week and have the preview panel on Friday. That's all I have for this week. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.